Niko hapa kujibu swali ambalo limetumwa sana katika DM yangu. Almost how many questions? 120 today in the morning nimehesabu nimekuta. Watu wananiuliza, Batuli wewe ni activist lakini hatukuoni ukishirikiana na wenzako. Naomba niwaambie kitu kimoja. Mnaona vile wanasiasa walivyo hapa Coast Region. Ndivyo ma-activist wa Coast Region wako. Umenielewa? Kuna ma-activist ambao ni Waswahili wamejieka hapa mbele. Umenielewa? Na kuna ma-activist ambao ni wabara. Kuna ma-activist wengi sana Mombasa. Lakini hawawezi jitokeza freely mpaka wakuwe recruited na hawa wengine. Umenielewa? Na wana believe wako na hidden agenda. Na they don't want someone who is organic, someone who is asking question. Wanataka wakupigia simu, Batuli uko wapi? Kesho county kuna reject finance bill, kuja twende. Ukifika ukiuliza maswali, kwa nini tuko hapa? Ilianzaje mpaka ikawa hapa? Iko wapi hiyo petition, leteni tusome. Hawataki watu kama hao. Na mimi kwa maswali mimi umuuliza maswali mpaka mume wangu. Wacha wao. Ushaelewa? Na ndio maana hamunioni sehemu zingine. Kwa sababu gani? Wanasema mimi niko so organic. Wanasema mimi sijui kuweka siri. Kama sijui kuweka siri ningetiwa mimba ngazalishwa. Si ningekuwa nikishatiwa mimba naja hapa TikTok nawaambia jana ninafanywa hivi ngafanywa hivi ngafungua mguu hapa mpaka pale. Jana ninatongozwa na kiongozi fulani, jana ninatongozwa na muuzaji mkokoteni. Yes, we are TikTokers. Yes, this is my niche. But I also have a private life to live. Just because I choose a niche to talk about, it does not mean that I'm a threat to everything. Kuna siku mimi nishaikuja ngakupigia picha ngakuonesha na la nini. Kuna mtu yuamjua mume wangu. Kuna mtu yuamjua mtoto wangu. Nishaipiga picha hapa. Because that is my private life. And there are some things which are private. Kuna mengi ya watu nawajua na sijai aleta hapa TikTok. TikTok naleta kile ambacho najua kitamsaidia mwananchi, that is it. Personal life za watu hazinihusu. Umeelewa? Sasa ambao mnakaa mkiniambia Batuli wewe ni activist, mbona ushirikiani na fulani na fulani? This is my principle. When you call me, I answer. When you tell me, I listen. When you invite me, I avail myself. When you don't tell me, I don't ask. When you don't invite me, I don't go where I'm not invited. Umenielewa? When you talk to me, I listen. And sometimes, when you see me on the tables where I'm not invited, the only tables those I invite myself, they are the tables where I sit and everyone is looking back at me. The only tables where I pull my seat and I sit, it is the table of my enemies, where I know my presence here is not required, where I know where I'm sitting, my power, which vibrates like the earth magnet, affect some people. I'm going to pull my seat there and I'm going to sit. Only for one reason. Because after I stand up for that, from that seat, I'm going to bring something, a change that will leave those people wondering what just happened. And because of these principles, wengi wenu wa mnaniambia Batuli wewe unajiona ni mwema sana ufanye mistake. I do mistakes. I'm a human being. But I have principles which have mastered for decades. For decades. 2 decades. I've mastered those skills. And they have become so powerful. And I watch them every day. And because I know who I am, where I want to go, my vision is very clear. And I watch it as a movie before it happens. I cannot afford to mess up. I cannot afford to fail, my friend, because there is so much at stake. when I stumble. I can stumble at times, but I can always stand. But I cannot afford to stumble every time, now and then. And that is why I have principles that guard me. And that is why I know I'm so dangerous. When you look at me, to some people, I know my words are very sharp to a lot of you. I know I'm very disappointing to a lot of you. I know I sent down shivers whenever you listen to me. But do you know what? This is who I am. This is how I have born. And a lot of people like us, hatuzaliwangi wengi. Tunakuanga tu kidogo. Na watu tunajitokeza generation to generation. So if you are outside there and you have this gift, please sharpen it, shine it. Put your fire up until everyone sees the flames. I'm ready to join any activist who approaches me. Any. It's about Kenya. I'm there. But if you have a hidden agenda which I don't know about, I'm sorry then. I'd rather walk alone. Because do you know the power of being alone and walking alone? You'll take long to see that light by end of the tunnel. But end of the day, you'll be conscience clear. No one is manipulating you. No one is telling you this. Just a straight path. It is okay to walk alone for some time because it's not going to be forever. Our kids are arrested. They are not given the right to defend themselves. They are killed in... I made that video 4 days ago, few days ago before the Albert ordeal. And I have a lot of videos like that. Kenyans, we need to be sober. How many kids are we buried from 07 to now? How many kids are we buried from 1992 mpaka sasa? Our kids are dying every day. And we cannot make a PR kuandamana baada ya mtoto wetu akishauawa alafu tunaenda tunakaa tunatulia. We need to be sober. We need to be sober enough to understand how can we fix this problem once and for all. Senators are not there to fix it for us. The Senate is not going to fix it for us because, you know, they work on favors. They work on how they have been favors. Because when they want to pass something, if Raila does not want that something to be passed, they're not going to pass it. If Ruto does not like it, they're not going to pass it. They're not there independently. Although tumeona Onyoka has been shouting na he has pushed mpaka Adani kaanguka, ambayo ilimcost DP mpaka akakuwa impeached. These guys, they are in the Senate. They are the same guys who have been bribed every day to pass bills which are hurting Kenyans. Now, Kenyans, if my mentality serves me right, Bibi Albert amepatiwa kazi. Sakaja amepromise kumsomesha huyo mtoto for life. For the mentality, the way Kenyans we are going to sit down and agree that justice has been done for Albert. While the tweet that has killed Albert, that guy will remain immortal. He's in the office. He cannot be touched. The president wants him there. The president is the law and the constitution of Kenya. Madam Komesh is just a puppet. Another doll on the chessboard to play. Kenyans, we need to be sober. Our Senate here in Coast Region and the rest of the counties, you see how jokes, they are a bunch of jokes. They rule us and lead us with speeches. End of the day, they stand up, they do nothing. And we vote for them because they have talked well. We vote for them because they have given such and such speech during campaigns. I want to ask you a question. For this 5 years term, we have a Senate, House of Senate, the powerful house, which passes bills and which is allowed to seal the loopholes in the constitution so that the institution can work better. Can you tell me, when the term ends for these senators, what did they pass to protect Kenyans? Because not every Kenyan is going to raise their voice na atapata PR kama ile ya Albert. Vijana waliuliwa Northeastern. Hapa kwetu Coast wanauliwa. Maiti zinatoka Shimo la Tewa. Huku kwa police station kuna wengine wanakufa without hata tukiambiwa ni nini. It's not the first time police are killing. Police are killing every day. I saw a police officer in 07 shooting a school, Isli high school boy. Kwa kichochoro. Kuchungulia wakamshikisha gun. Nilipokwenda Pumwani police station, nikakuta imeandikwa ule kijana alikuwa ni gun. Amebeba gun to the school. While I saw everything unfolding in front of my eyes. And so many boys have gone on that lane. Mulimwona Rashid, he was acquitted. Ambaye alikuwa anaambiwa alisaidia sana kuua vijana wa Isili wale walikuwa wanasumbua watu. But Rashid, that police officer, wherever he is right now, he killed people who are innocent. That boy surrendered. Akainua mikono akasurrender. Rashid went ahead and shoot that kid. Why? Because Rashid believes, I'm the police. I'm not here to enforce the constitution. I'm here to make them pay. Because since I'm at the police officer na niko na kirauni, I'm the constitution. And that is how the police believes. And that is what goes down every day. The day I was arrested, the day I was summoned to the police station, Mjambere police station, I went there. And I found that the police, they are not in my service. They are in the service of the people who sent the messages. I was entitled to be given a free bond as a Kenyan. My lawyer was there to give me a free bond so that he can represent me tomorrow in the court. They refused. They said that I cannot give you a free bond. I have orders not to give you a free bond. That is the message coming from the police boss. That is what their police, our police does. They don't serve us. Ni utumishi kwa bwana mkubwa. When I was at Mjambere police station, I saw a blogger from Wajir who was arrested here and was handed over by our own police to a civilian person. Akatiwa ndani ya gari, bodyguard alikuja na gari akabeba huyo kijana akaenda. I don't know if that blogger made it to Wajir. Those are our police. How many Kenyans do you think they are dying in this police station? Police, they are not scared of committing a crime because they know they have Atoa to represent them. And they have a culture of showing that the civil servant, they work. And that is where the mistake is going. Now you can say the Senate, they have called a special sitting because Albert is dead. But do they call a special sitting to pass bills which are going to protect each and every Kenyans, including them? No. We have a bill which has been sitting on the Senate for the last 3 years. The bill that is going to allow the public defense back. Katika bili ya ndizi kulikuwa na public defense. Iliangushwa na Raila. Because Raila never wanted the taxpayers' money to be spent to defend Kenyans. He was creating something for the politicians and the elite. And that is why whenever they stand on the podium, they talk about rewarding this guy with a package. Why? Because they are thankful to what he has done for them. They enjoy. They steal our money. They have no court which is going to represent them. We don't have a judiciary which is independent. And we have seen so many times the leader of the poor becoming the constitution himself whenever he have a chance. There is a bill at the Senate which is need to be passed for the public defense. If that bill it is passed, go to the Ndizi bill, Google. Look at that bill, what was it advocating for? If that bill is brought back, Albert today and so many Kenyans will be alive. Because the minute you are arrested, kutakuwa na lawyers pale nje ambao wamesomea. Watakuja watakwambia rais zako, watakutetea, watakupatia bond na free bond. They are going to call your people and they are going to represent you. You are going to walk out, you are going to come to court, you are going to be represented, you are going to be given a chance to defend yourself no matter what you have done. Then after they have won your case, they will go to the public defense office in every county to receive their money from the taxpayers' money. That is what Raila prevented. And our fate, it is sealed through one DPP of the county, a one human who is going to decide your fate, not the law. And that is why you find people like us, we are working on court every day because kesi wanatotoa mwanga. Ukiita mtu public servant, ukimuuliza swali hapa na hapa na hapa, umeitwa na defamation. It has been, now it is that defamation, it is a weapon for the politician and the elite kunyanyasa wananchi. So if there is a house in Kenya which is failing Kenyans, it is the House of Senate. Because every Kenyan is important. Every Kenyan has to be protected. If it is Albert Ojwang, it is Kinabul, if it is who, if it is the MP Were himself, they have a right for the security. And that security can come from the House of Senate. If our Senate, they could stand their feet and pass the bills, that works. Until today, we have a bill which is sitting on the table, waiting to be passed, that is preventing the governors from rerunning the office, and that is why we have corpse of Anyang' Nyong'o working as a senator. That is the house we have.